Hi, we're standing here with Paula Januszkiewicz from Secure. Hi Paula, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Paula, as you said, and what I'm doing for a living is penetration testing. So I'm very much on the security side, sometimes on the bad side, sometimes on the good side of it. But that's basically my job, my passion, my basically everything.
Last year you also had a talk and you talked to us about flaws in DLLs in the system. You had just had back-to-back sessions. Can you tell us what they were about?
Yeah, so the first session was about hacker-related situations within which it's pretty hard to manage when you are an administrator. Whenever a hacker does something, then it's a kind of situation that always leaves the question mark at the end. For example, starting from the simplest example, whenever you've got a distributed denial of service, what can you do as an administrator about it? You cannot really prevent that, you can mitigate it. So I was talking about such situation. Bringing another simple example to the field, offline access. Offline access has everyone. If you are not encrypting your drive using any kind of low-level encryption technology, then basically getting access to an operating system is just like a matter of time. And I was talking about such. Whenever you've got, for example, USB sticks within the company, do you manage them? If you do not, maybe the USB stick will be not a USB stick, but it will be, for example, a keyboard. So we were talking about such situation. And the second session was a little bit more on the good side, because it was about advanced operating system monitoring. And I touched two areas. One area was about monitoring events in operating system. So for example, whenever your application says it's not responding, then how can you trace deeply or deep enough to be able to see why that application shows such a message? And so pretty much performance related situations. And the second part was about the digging into a memory. And memory showed us that everything that works, it is in a memory, including our passwords, including the settings of applications, including the history. And I brought two things to the field. One was the pretty simple one, that the hacker get into a system and he launched a certain tools, for example, command line, and he did made couple of he made couple of comments within the command line and closed the command line, and the question was, are we able to see these commands, and are we able to see what hacker saw? And yes, we are, and that's what I tried to show. And that's I think we were looking through the effects of the command lines and the tools. There was the commands executed, and we could spot that. And the second part of the memory was about grabbing the Kerberos ticket.
Okay, wow. Security is a very hot topic in IT world all the time. Is it more difficult for you as a penetration tester to find flaws and hacks?
Well, the time has changed from what used to be in the past, and right now technology is very nicely developed. So very often, whenever we do a penetration test, you do not really search for vulnerabilities. I mean, you do, of course, but if the systems are up to date and if everything is okay, I mean, what kind of vulnerabilities we're talking about? We're not really. What we are talking about are misconfigurations. And that's the biggest problem currently within the companies, because we're always in hurry. We never have time to anything. Administrators are not responsible for security. They are responsible for keeping things going. So that kind of sometimes rises in issues. And whenever the system is misconfigured, then we are able to get in, apparently, in a way, yes?
So what you're saying is that system administrators need to be very proactive in their security as well, and in the correctness of their configuration of the system.
Yeah, that's very much correct. They need to be proactive. They need to monitor operating systems. I mean, monitoring is such a big word. Sometimes it means everything. Sometimes it means nothing. But what they need to know is how operating system works, because whenever things get inside, it's not about infrastructure. It's about that box. And of course we can grow as a hacker and go to other systems, but still it's about boxes. So from the server perspective, it would be really nice if administrator knew how we are able to identify that somebody was there, that something is running over there. Of course, we're not talking about the processes, because that's like poof. We're talking about hidden processes. So how to list handles for client server on top of the system, and so on. So yes, I'm saying that administrators should be aware what runs on their servers, but it's not new, right?
I think that's a message that's been told many times, but thank you very much for sharing your knowledge and your expertise with us in the ICT Expert Talk. We hope to have you back next year, and have a very nice flight back.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for having me here. It's always nice to be in the